大家好，我叫Dong Xiaolin. Hi everyone, my name is Jocelyn Whitberg, and today we'll be doing character study on the character Dui. So looking first at its main composition, it's composed of two different components being yo, which is and or again, and sun, which is inch, small or tiny. And so, um, as we can see on the left-hand side, it's an ideograph comprised of yo, which is on here, which means a pair, and then a hand, which is sun in this case. Um, you'll see it more in the pictographs later on, which is like, again, pair of hands. And so this character means typically correct. So it's by itself, it means correct. So you can say like due. Um, it can also mean a couple, pair, towards. It can also mean to match together, to adjust, to answer, to reply, to treat. So this character has a lot of different meanings, and depending on the context, it can be used in various different ways. Moving on to the origin of the character. On the right-hand side, you can see a few different, or two different characters. So here is the traditional character, and here is the simplified character of Dui. So a traditional form consists of a ceremonious stand, um, or two opposing figures. So you'll see it more on the next slide too, but you can see that ceremonial stand more used for divination in its earlier times. And as mentioned earlier, this meant more of this component here doesn't as much matter as much, but the yo is like correct or like correctly hand or correctly measure something again and again. So yeah. Moving on to its historical implications. It was originally depicted in the oracle and bronze inscriptions, depicting two facing entities or holding hands next to a ceremonial vessel, again with that divination purpose, implying facing or comparing the two together. It's also used in Xie Li Shu Tong, which is character evolving into more of the facing, which is more, again, more of a comparison as well. And then with the modern multiplication in the 20th century, it was reduced to the yo, and now it's just used for the visual context of facing and opposition. As for its semantic stability, it's stayed very consistent over time with its core meaning being right, facing, or opposite, or comparing to. As you can see here, it's had quite the evolution with, as you can see here, the traditional character and the simplified. It has reduced pretty quickly, or not quickly, but it has many different versions throughout time. With right here, you can see the two figures in the ceremonial stand quite clearly, and you can see the right hand in this one very clearly with the ceremonial stand. So again, lots of like opposition, lots of facing, lots of just uses of the divination as well. Here are a few of the various scripts more currently used. We have the seal, as you know, earlier was the altar and then the hand. We have visual calligraphy, the regular calligraphy, the running and the cursive, and again, different stylistic choices, but all stay very similar in composition. We then have the modern uses in words, which we have here, which will have to do with comparing things together. So we'll start with this first one. We have this first one being 对于, which is regarding as far as concerned with. Next one we have is 反对, which is to fight against, to be opposite or in opposition of. Next one we have is 面对, which is to confront, to face. The second last one we have is 对象, which means to target object, partner, boyfriend or girlfriend. So I found this one very interesting and fun. And then the last one we have is 对方, which is counterpart, another person involved, or a opposite or receiving party. As for its sentences, there are a few that it's used in. We'll go through a few of these here. One of its more common phrases is that you see quite often is 对不起, which means sorry. It's more like the more formal way to say I'm sorry or apologize. It's also used in this character, which is 不对, which means like wrong, so it's not correct. So again, as mentioned earlier, its meaning can also mean like correct in comparison to. This one also means I'm sorry, and this is a different context. And here we have, and over on this side, we have an idiom, which is pretty much means I couldn't make it to the party. So this 中型刚刚, which means some sort of party or this isn't an idiom, but some sort of party excitement as well. Or this is my main party. The way it's like you couldn't like make it to this place. Yeah, here are my sources here. 谢谢 everyone for watching today's video. I hope you see you in the next one and 再见. Bye bye.